These were a bunch of images that were kicking around the internet for a couple of weeks now, but they didn't really bubble to the surface publicly. And just a couple of hours ago, some of those finally did. So the genie is out of the bottle, and now we could finally talk about it publicly. Let's talk about the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Velocitron collection and its latest edition now, due to these images finally surfacing, of Deluxe Class Clampdown. Now, people were kind of confused about this, going like, well, isn't this just like a dark version of Red Alert? Who is this character? So Clampdown was, back in the day, an Ehobby exclusive. It was part of Ehobby's initiative back in 2003, where they wanted to take all those Takara book box reissues and take those G1 molds and expand the G1 universe with brand new characters using those molds. That's where Sunstorm came from, that's where Roadhauler came from, and that's where even Deep Cover came from. And a whole bunch of others, Tiger Tracks, and I could go on. And Clampdown was one of those. Now, what Ehobby liked to do sometimes is sometimes those color schemes were based on fan ideas that were, existent in the past. Sometimes they were based off of, speculation of certain characters and what their origins were. And sometimes they were just as simply just based off of Diaclone and Microman color schemes. And considering how in recent years, Hasbro's love been doing the Diaclone thing, taking a character like Clampdown that had that Diaclone kind of color scheme origin, why not go with that? And that's kind of what it is here, because Red Alert essentially was based off of the old Diaclone New Countach LP 500 police type, and was then turned into that more medical kind of flavoring that we have in the West today. But what Clampdown is really what Red Alert was originally, which was a police type Countach 500. So we have this, it's true to form in that, and we have this character here today. What's cool about it is that, he had that original Ehobby release. He was packed in with Deep Cover together. They were a 2-pack together, and now you could finally have that pairing together again, because Deep Cover got a few releases in the modern era, which is pretty awesome. Clampdown also was one of those characters that was lucky enough to also get a Masterpiece release too, which was, no surprise, a redeco of the Masterpiece Red Alert back in the day, MP14, I want to say, MP14, I think it was. And yeah, this character unfortunately didn't have too much fiction attached to him. He really was just one of those supplemental characters during Ehobby, obviously outside of his tech spec bio. He had my small little appearance in Vinyl Tech Asterix, just kind of because Red Alert was involved in Vinyl Tech Asterix, and they wanted to have that connection with the two. I think he was also in Sakamoto's mangas. He was in the background with the White Convoys from White Planet and the Warriors of the Seven Lights of Primus and that whole Green Lantern-y kind of thing with the Primus Vanguard. That's a whole other story. I think they were called the White Order was the correct term for it, and he was part of those because he is white in color scheme. And I believe he also made a cameo in the My Little Pony Transformers crossover. Like, so many people made cameos in that. But the cool thing about this is not only does it complete now a modern collection of the Ehobby kind of stuff in that we have Deep Cover and now we have this Clampdown coming out. But what I really like about this is the choice of mold. So Deep Cover, he obviously went with the Siege Sideswipe mold. That was kind of what was available at the time. This time around, with Clampdown, what they decided to do is, because he was a redeco of Red Alert, essentially, and they really hammered it home that it was a redeco of a Red Alert mold with the Masterpiece version, meaning having the Red Alert head sculpt and everything with the Masterpiece, they decided to go with the Kingdom Walgreens exclusive Red Alert Deluxe Class mold, which gives that unique head sculpt and that more Earth aesthetic there. For people who aren't familiar, the Kingdom Red Alert was the redeco and retooling of that Kingdom Battle Across Time 2-pack Sideswipe, that coveted Sideswipe mold. That's the more Earth kind of design. So it's a redeco of that, so that's pretty cool. So you get another opportunity to get that Earth design one. Unfortunately, the sad association with this mold now, the Sideswipe one, Battle Across collection, Amazon exclusive. The Red Alert Kingdom one, Walgreens exclusive, and unfortunately with this one, it's going to be a Walmart exclusive here. So Yeah, and the other unfortunate thing is, so this guy is going to be part of the Walmart Velocitron collection, part of the deluxe assortment. The deluxe assortment, the case breakdown, and I've talked about this in the past already, but for people that are hearing this for the first time, it's a case assortment of 8 figures in the case, but how the breakdown works with those 8 figures is you get 2 Blurs, 2 Road Rockets, 2 Burnouts, 1 Cosmos, 1 per case, and 1 Clampdown, 1 per case. So not only is he going to be a store exclusive, but he's going to be 1 per case like Cosmos. And Cosmos, I already said, is going to be the hot ticket item of that case, and is probably going to be scalped like no tomorrow. But I wouldn't be surprised if Clampdown falls into that too, for the Ehobby collectors, for the the Diaclone color scheme collectors. They're probably going to want that too. And for people that just want to complete their Countach collection of all those guys. The MSRP on him is going to be $24.99 at Walmart, and the availability is going to be later in Q3 of 2022. We'll get more information on that on the next Transformer Tuesday when that is available. But yeah, pretty awesome stuff otherwise. Again, I really dig that they're just kind of continuing that Diaclone throwback, that lineage and that history, and giving those color schemes some more life, and giving those Ehobby characters some more life, because, it's only a matter of time now before we get like all the other Ehobby guys at some point in those molds. Maybe when we get a new Hound, we might get, the Brown Hound, the Rekgar, the Junkion member of Ditrius, I believe it's pronounced. There's so much cool stuff. There's so much cool stuff that we have here, and this is another case of that. Now the question is that now that we have the Earth design for Clampdown here, are we going to go now and revisit Deep Cover yet again, and now give him the Battle Across Time collection sideswipe color mold? It's a possibility. We already got Deep Cover in black. We got Deep Cover in blue with the Netflix collection. Let's do Deep Cover another time and milk those molds. Milk them. Milk those molds like crazy. Let me know what you think, guys. Pretty hype stuff otherwise. Looking forward to it. And more stuff to come in the coming weeks. Let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Transformer world.